Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this webinar. My name is Lee, and I'm a Business Development Manager here at Argentum. Before I start, allow me to give you a very brief introduction to our company. Argentum specializes in EU research and innovation funding. The company was established in 1999 and since then has had vast experience and gained expertise in obtaining governmental funding for innovative technology and research and development. We have 30 employees divided into 3 departments: strategy, business development, and a consulting and writing team. Our vision is to target innovative funding opportunities and to enhance participation and success in multinational research and innovation projects. Argentum is aligned with the EU Commission's goals and works closely with NCPs in order to deepen the understanding of EU directives, guidelines, and value chains. It is Argentum's objective to become the leading expert in cooperation between overlapping technological sectors in the EU. The EU's budget for the years 2021 to 2027 is 1.21 trillion euros, and you can see how it is distributed in the donut chart on this slide. 12% single market innovation and digital, 36% for cohesion, resilience and values, 33% natural resource and environment, 10% for other programs, and 9% neighborhood and the world. The first stage of funding is choosing the call proposal. When a company chooses a grant for submission, they should consider the following criteria. The field. Bottom up is a call that's open to all fields of technology, whereas top down would be a specific call that's aligned with the EU's agenda. They should also consider the type of funding mechanism. The European one, supported by the EU, like Horizon Europe. Bilateral, for example, a technological collaboration between 2 countries, or a national funding initiative. They should consider the type of application procedure as well, whether the submission is as a single applicant or as part of a collaborative project, a consortium. The choice should be made according to the company's needs and strategy, and while considering the success rate of each opportunity. I will now speak about a few calls under Innovate UK. The Faraday Battery Challenge is a call for UK registered companies only, and the projects have to take place solely in the UK. The projects have to last up to 24 months, which is usual for projects, and have a total cost of between 500,000 and 12 million pounds. And this is a grant. The aim of this competition is to support business-led research and development of sustainable propulsion batteries, to support technologies with the potential to enter the automotive market within the next 15 years, and where appropriate, allow for early or synergistic entry into other sectors. It also hopes to move UK battery innovations from technological potential towards commercial capability, and develop and secure material and manufacturing supply chains for battery technologies in the UK. The Faraday Battery Challenge has 2 strands. The first is feasible studies, and the second is collaborative research and development, C, R, and D. The feasibility studies will draw on the most exciting, high potential impact early stage research, where a feasibility study of less than 12 months can catalyze the route to commercialization. It will support short-term focus projects which could open avenues for overcoming big challenges in manufacturing or other critical processes for advancing the technology. Your proposed project must be between £100,000 and £750,000. The C, R, and D strand will support the research and development of the most promising, innovative, and sustainable battery technologies for the propulsion of electric vehicles in the automotive sector. Your proposed project must be between £500,000 and £12 million. Both are for UK registered companies with a deadline of August 2022. Greenhouse gas removal is for companies registered in the UK, EU, and EEA. This call has two phases. Phase 1, again, is a feasibility study where up to 6 projects will be selected, and each will get up to £75,000 for this study. In phase 2, only 2 of the potential 6 companies chosen for phase 1 will be selected, and each one will get up to £312,500 for the project. Importantly, the projects should last up to 3 months, which is a rather short time frame. The next is UK-Israel Eureka Bilateral. This competition is for UK businesses that want to apply to the UK-Israel Global Stars Eureka competition. The UK and Israel are announcing a joint funding competition under the Eureka framework. This will support collaborative, business-led research and development projects, which should result in a new product, industrial process, or service. Projects must be innovative, involve a technological risk, and target large global markets. The total fund is £2 million, and UK applicants can apply for a total grant of up to £250,000 for each project. To summarise, these 3 calls offer different opportunities for engagement with UK, which show us the variety in current UK funding. The funding body here is the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council, EPSRC. This has a total fund of £8 million, and the maximum award is £4 million in order to have the opportunity to support multiple projects. Projects here are expected to last up to 3 years, and EPSRC will fund 80% of the full economic cost. Applicants should focus on promoting the transfer and sharing of knowledge and skills, enabling new partnerships to form, and creating a space for new research ideas and digital technologies to be developed. They will need to provide a clear strategy for technology-based, market-led innovation in digital health, where there is clear evidence of a strong business and user need across primary care, prevention, and self-management. LifeArc is the leading UK medical research charity. They have their own investment portfolio to support charitable activities. LifeArc Ventures strategy encourages early-stage investment into innovative therapeutics, medical devices, health tech, and diagnostic companies. They invest in seed and Series A investment rounds, with significant follow-on investment reserved for successful portfolio companies. LifeArc Ventures invests alongside other like-minded investors, seeking to ensure here that founders and new companies benefit from a breadth of insight and expertise to help ensure both long-term success and life-changing patient impact. Rare disease research funding supplies grants, funding, and support for academics. There are 7 opportunities under the rare disease research, which include collaborative applications and single applications, supporting advancements in research and tests and treatments. The Development Gap Fund, DGF, is an MRC fund administered by LifeArc, which supports small-scale studies, building upon research undertaken in MRC units and institutes to provide proof of concept for translational projects. The earliest stages of research projects with translational goals will be considered, such as those aiming to improve prevention, diagnosis, or treatment of significant unmet health needs, or that focus on developing research tools which will be used in moving a project along a translational pathway and thereby facilitate the development of new interventions. Moving on to the Wellcome Foundation. Wellcome support discover research into life, health, and well-being. And they are taking on 3 worldwide health challenges: mental health, infectious disease, and climate and health. They fund researchers to take on important questions relating to life, health, and well-being with creative approaches that push boundaries. Wellcome plan to spend £16 billion by 2032 to advance scientific discovery and take on the world's most urgent health issues. The mission under mental health is to understand which approaches are effective in supporting mental health in the workplace. In 2020, they commissioned 10 global research teams to review the evidence behind potentially promising mental health approaches in the workplace, and this research focused on anxiety and depression primarily among younger workers. In 2021, they commissioned a further 15 teams to review the evidence behind more approaches, this time looking at a wider range of mental health problems and all age workers. The mission under infectious diseases is to prevent and stop future escalations of infectious diseases. It's to help deliver the vision across 3 key health challenges. They support research through a combination of open calls and direct funding approaches. The different funding bodies are funded CEPI for vaccine funding and research, and CARBX for R&D in antibiotics, vaccines, and diagnostics. Under climate and health, Wellcome is working with people around the world, including those most affected, and supporting research to help reduce the impact of climate change on health. The Climate and Health Programme seek to significantly increase our understanding of the effects of climate change on human health and define the interventions and policies that can respond to the climate crisis in a way that protects and improves human health. I will now speak about the UK CDR, the UK Collaborative on Development Research. They are working to address global challenges such as climate change, the built environment, and antimicrobial resistance through investing in research. They are focused on various priority areas, which include COVID-19, enablers of research, climate change and international development research, data on UK-funded research and innovation, supporting partnerships with Africa, and racism and inequality in international development research. There are a couple of funding programs that UK CDR support. Global Challenges Research Fund, GCRF, and National Institute for Health Research, NIHR. The GCRF supports cutting-edge research to address challenges faced by developing countries. It is part of the UK's official development assistance and is managed by the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. The NIHR is seeking programs of applied health research that can strengthen health service delivery and resilience in low and middle income countries in the context of extreme weather events caused by the changing climate. This funding opportunity is open to lead applicants from UK or low and middle income country institutions. Here are a couple of other funding schemes that support the UK-based companies. The UK Innovation and Science Seed Fund help build companies from great science developed in laboratories, science and technology campuses, and synthetic biology. They hold investments in some of the UK's most innovative companies in areas as diverse as novel antibiotics, research into Alzheimer's disease, green chemicals, and airport security. They pride themselves on investing in great science to answer unmet commercial needs, especially where technology will solve real-world problems. Through building and growing sustainable businesses, they identify the best and most talented founders from diverse backgrounds and support them to succeed. The next is the British Business Bank funding scheme. It has a future fund program for R&D intensive companies with a minimum investment round size of £30 million. These R&D intensive companies should accelerate the deployment of breakthrough technologies which can transform major industries, develop new medicines, and support the UK transition to a net zero economy. Horizon Europe for UK companies. Horizon Europe is an EU research and innovation programme. It has a budget of €95.5 billion and runs until 2027. If you're a UK-based researcher or innovator, you can apply to most Horizon Europe funding opportunities on the same terms as EU-based applicants. In January, the government announced that the UK will associate to Horizon Europe. The EU is still in the process of formalising the UK's association, but UK-based applicants can begin applying straight away. Should the delay continue, the UK government has confirmed that successful Horizon Europe applicants will receive funding from UKRI, regardless of the outcome of the UK's association with Horizon Europe. This applies to and is relevant for awards expected to be signed by the end of December 2022. I will now speak about a couple of specific bottom-up calls. Under the European Innovation Council, there are 3 calls: EIC Accelerator, Pathfinder, and Transition. The EIC Accelerator evolved itself to an important and very competitive funding programme for European SMEs and startups. It is part of the EIC pilot that supports top-class innovators, entrepreneurs, small companies and scientists with funding opportunities and acceleration services. As an EIC Accelerator client, you will gain visibility and boost your chances of success in European and international markets and benefit from a range of business acceleration services. The EIC Accelerator supports high-risk, high-potential, small and medium-sized enterprises and innovators to help them develop and bring onto the market scientific discoveries, technological breakthroughs, high impact, and innovative product, service, or business models that could create new markets or disrupt existing ones in Europe and worldwide. EIC Pathfinder targets the realization of an ambitious vision for radically new technology with potential to create new markets and/or to address global challenges. EIC Pathfinder supports early stage development of such future technologies. It's based on high risk, high gain, science towards technology breakthrough research, including deep tech. The EIC Transition is a new track under the EIC Work Programme that bridges between the EIC Pathfinder, which is the idea to POC, and the EIC Accelerator, which is product to market adoption. The EIC Transition funds innovation activities that go beyond the experimental proof of principle in a lab. It supports both the maturation and validation of novel technology in the lab and in relevant environments, as well as the development of a business case and business model towards the innovation's future commercialization. The expected outcomes of an EIC Transition Challenge project are: 1, a technology that is demonstrated to be effective for its intended application, and 2, a business model and business plan for its development to market. Here we have another bottom-up call, Eureka. Under this umbrella, we have Eurostars. Eurostars is a joint programme co-funded by national bodies from 36 countries and the European Union through Horizon 2020. The focus of the programme is the support for international collaborative R&D performing SMEs and projects working on marketable product, process, or service. Eurostars is not only part of Eureka, but they also offer bilateral programs for funding, which are country-specific and differ from one country to another. Here are some success stories from UK companies in the EIC Accelerator programme. Without breaching the names of the companies that won those grants, I would like to show you the kinds of fundable projects and their industries. You can find full details using the link provided, which will be sent out to you after the webinar. As you may see, each project has a total budget and the EU contribution through the EIC grant. In some of those projects, the EU contribution covers more than half of the total budget. A few examples we can see are marine industry, animal industry, space industry, energy industry. So they do cover a wide range. Here are a few more. As to our proposition, we know that the abundance of funding opportunities out there can become challenging to navigate because of the complexity that is part of the submission process, in addition to many details and guidelines that every funding opportunity entails. We have developed a unique method to increase our clients' access to funding while minimizing their efforts. We call this our multi-submission approach, which in a nutshell says, submit to one, submit to all. By following this method of submission, our strategists and consultants are able to get a firmer grasp on the activity of your company, especially your technology. This allows us to write better submission proposals because we gain more depth of knowledge. Moreover, as a submitting company applying to various opportunities, you will have less to work with, be it financially or in terms of manpower, because we will work with your technology and tailor it to fit multiple proposal calls. Lastly, this method immensely raises your chances of winning a grant. From a strategic point of view, our work summarizes as follows. A client at Argentum. We ensure that our clients get a personalized service with regular meetings throughout the year. The initial step starts off with a kickoff meeting in order to discover the assets and develop projects for your company. With all this information, our consultants will suggest to you the open calls that you can target throughout the year according to your priorities and timelines. Once you have decided which calls you want to apply for, we will set a schedule together for the year to come and will transfer you to our professional team who will write the proposals. They will need your responsiveness in order to receive all the materials needed and to submit on time. This process is in constant evolution, growing with your projects and your developments, and also regarding the launch of new promising calls. Our role is to guide you through the submission process and maximize your chances of funding success. It's important to point out that the process is always adaptable, and as a long-term client, we are always on the lookout for new publications that are a suitable match to your company's strategy. Later on, our marketing team will send out a follow-up email with a link to book a call. Please feel free to book one via the link. I look forward to hearing from you and thank you for your time today.